Before the video starts, I just want to say, when we hit 500 subscribers, I'll start streaming on Twitch. So, I'll send my Twitch link once we hit that goal. And I hope you can see me stream some CSGO or Paladins, some other game. And yeah, that's all guys. See you soon. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. Now on to the video. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I think a week ago I did a video about grading CT exclusive pistols. I'll link it down in the description if you haven't watched it. But I said I would be continuing that series by grading T-side exclusive pistols. So here we are. Now this is gonna be a much shorter video than its counterpart, which is the first video, because you only have two T-side exclusive pistols. For the T-side, there's no replacement to the Glock 18, which is going to be our first pistol, by the way. So yeah, with that being said, I'm not really gonna make this intro any longer. We're just gonna evaluate each pistol's pros and cons, and I'll give them a grade based on how effective it is and how useful it can be. So let's start with the first pistol, and that is the Glock 18, as I said a while ago. Alright, so what is the Glock 18? The Glock 18 is the starting pistol of the terrorists, and it's only one. And unlike the CTs, you only get one option and not two. So let's talk about its pros first. So the first pro is its high magazine. So unlike the USP and the P2000, which have 36 and 65 bullets respectively, the Glock 18 has 140. Having 7 rounds of 20 bullets. So that's really good. The next one is the higher fire rate compared to the CT side pistols. Now, when you look at both the CT side pistols, they have the same firing rate, which is about 352 RPM. However, when you look at the Glock 18, it's actually 400. So that's a significant increase, which can help you win some battles, especially in the pistol round. The third one is the burst function, and this is what separates the Glock from the CT side pistols and other pistols in general, because it's the only pistol in the game that actually has this type of function. It's the only pistol. And there's another rifle that has this function, but that's another story. So yeah, the burst function. So how do you enable it? So you simply right click it and you'll get a notification saying burst mode on or something like that. So when you're on burst, you fire 3 bullets that are very fast, and this can be an advantage and a disadvantage, which I'll be talking about later. As for its disadvantages, damage is the first. So I'm gonna show the damage chart of the USP and the Glock 18. Now if you compare these, the USP has way more damage compared to the Glock. And this is obviously a disadvantage because the USP can kill you in fewer shots rather than using the Glock. Next is the weak armor penetration. So it's slightly weaker, it's significantly weaker. And the third one is about the burst. The burst can be good because sometimes you need that extra edge when you're fighting in close range, but it can also be a disadvantage because if you fire 3 bullets and you don't control it, it's gonna be extremely inaccurate. And you still have to, put your mouse down and stuff instead of actually just steady aiming at the head. And the last con is the accuracy. So the accuracy of the Glock is around 20.05 meters. And if you compare that to 22 and 21 of the USP and the P2000, it's less accurate, but it's slightly less accurate and can make a significant difference, but I would say this is just a minor con, not like the first 3. So yeah, that's it for the Glock 18. So for the grade, I'm giving it also a B because its cons balance its pros. You don't really use it much aside from eco rounds, like pure eco rounds. You don't buy anything, or the pistol round, and even if you do, it's just like the USP. It's mediocre versus full armored opponents. It's even less effective than the USP. So yeah, it's a B. Our next pistol is going to be the Tech 9. Insert all of Meister meme here. So, what is the Tech 9? So, the Tech 9 is going to be priced at around $500, making it a really expensive pistol. And it's the second most expensive. The most expensive being the Deagle. So, let's start with its pros. Actually, wait, no. I'm gonna give a little background on it first because here's what you need to know. So, when the Tech 9 was released, it was really broken to the point where pros started using it for their eco rushes and they started winning more. So Valve was like, okay, we need to nerf this, and they nerfed it to the point where it wasn't as viable as it was in its early days. And then we just got a buff around a month ago, which nerfed the Creed, which is a totally different story, and buffed the Tech 9. So what made the Tech 9 so powerful was the running accuracy, because before, the Tech 9 had a really high running accuracy, so you can just spray and pray literally, and at this cheap price you can get like around 2 kills with it. So I guess that's the first pro, which is the except for the price, it has a really high running accuracy. Maybe not as high as before, but it's still good. The next one is the damage. So I'm gonna show you the damage chart as like we always do. And as you can see, it's like the 5-7 wherein it deals a lot of damage, and a lot, by a lot I mean one taps the head, and it doesn't care if it has a helmet, it'll just one tap, and it deals significantly good amounts of damage in the body area. So yeah, you can take your opponents to a few body fights here and there, and you can win some. So yeah, and let's talk about the rate of fire, which is another pro. 500 RPM. 500. That's faster than the USP, P2000, and the Glock, if you exclude the burst function. So that's really good. And the magazine isn't too bad either, as it has 108 bullets with around 6 rounds of 18. Correct me if my math is wrong, but yeah. Okay, now this is where the cons start. So I mentioned that the Tech 9, had a really good running accuracy, which made it a really good rushing weapon. It got nerfed and it got buffed again. But if you're just gonna run around and try to spray at medium to long range fights, don't even think about it, because its accurate range is around 13 meters. So it's like the 5-7. It's really good in close quarters combat, but it struggles heavily in mid to long range combat, and you're better off with a USP, and you're more likely to kill someone with the USP. And yeah, this is the main flaw of the Tech 9. It's really good at close range, and it has a high running accuracy at close range, but you know, when you take the fight and you do that same strafing method and stuff like that towards the medium to long range, it isn't really good, and it isn't really effective. So right now, I say you should be using the Tech 9 for eco rushes. It's still a good weapon, it's still viable. As of the moment, pro teams are using it, such as North and Fnatic, and basically any other pro team who's on an eco and wants to just rush a bomb site to get their round over with and maybe even get a win. So yeah, that's for the Tech 9. And for the grade, I am giving this a B+, actually. The Tech 9 is a great weapon. You just have to know when to use it and what range you're capable of, because as I said, the accurate range is a major flaw, with having only 13 meters as its accurate range. So yes, that does it for the second and final pistol of today's video. If you enjoyed, please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. And I might be doing a rifle installment, and just like this, I'll be grading it. This video actually took longer than expected, and I thought it was going to be short. But yeah, that's all. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned a lot. And I will see you in the next one. Peace out, guys.